46-year-old Mike Greene is the CEO of a multi-million-pound retail consultancy firm.
I really love what you've done here with the butchery.
He's made his fortune in property and advising leading UK companies on people's shopping habits.
Do you mind if I just ask you a couple of questions? We speak to shoppers and find out what's important to them, how their habits are changing. Thanks very much for your time, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Go!
When he's not working, this devoted husband and father of two spends most of his time at the family mansion.
It's supposed to be in the air, not on the ground.
Or taking his £150,000 Bentley Continental Supersport for a spin.
I always thought I would be wealthy and have what I wanted.
But life for this multimillionaire who grew up on a council estate was not always this good.
We couldn't afford anything other than the real basics. I sometimes joke that the only reason I got an education is because if I wanted a cooked meal, I'd have to go to school.
Now he's going undercover in the city where he spent his childhood.
I hate it here, man. I think it's shit.
I was so tempted to go out and just commit a crime.
Nothing's changed. Actually, it kind of feels more hopeless than it ever was then.
As he tries to help young people turn their lives around as he once did.
I want you to go in absolutely expecting to get the job.
The biggest change may be to his own life.
I kind of feel a bit selfish that I've done so much kind of for personal gain. Show me. Does that mean I can dance with you on the day?
No!
Oh.
Multi-millionaire Mike Greene is a family man.
Yeah, best dad in the world.
He loves to spend his money providing wife Julia and their two daughters with a good life.
Well, we'll go chopping this. Be careful. Ready? Run our fingers up there. All right, bring them across.
Their home is a 7-bedroom mansion set in 3 acres of countryside, where daughters 8-year-old Amelia and 12-year-old Rosie have everything they could wish for.
This is our horse called Yogi.
Needs a good groom, girls.
We made like an obstacle course around it.
Oh, I thought you had to go in it, Rosie.
Well, yeah, but I'm not doing it.
You're cheating.
This is my favourite pink pig. I'll show you my favourite dress. I got these this year when we went to Florida.
How's tea coming along?
The only thing the children are missing is their hard-working father.
I think sometimes he should relax a little bit more because sometimes he's so busy working that he misses out on some things.
What was your potatoes like that you helped with, Amelia? Tried one?
He's worked so hard because he doesn't ever want his children to feel how he did when he was a child.
Mike's own childhood was very different to his daughter's.
Come on, do this gardening.
Oh, my God.
Make sure you do the bottom, Michael.
Oh.
Please. You can tell he'd had someone else do it for him, can't you?
His father abandoned the family when he was just 4 years old, leaving his mum struggling to feed and clothe all the children alone.
My mum had to work. She was on her own with 4 children. Always remember being in bed, going to bed with my mum working away on sewing machines.
No, just the floor.
We ended up living in a care home with my mum for a while, and then a caravan for 4 years. We couldn't afford anything other than the real basics.
Fed up with seeing his mother struggling to survive, Mike got a job as a newspaper boy when he was just 7 years old.
When Mike saw that I had to work so hard and there was nobody else to help me, that it rubbed off on Michael. He did look himself as a breadwinner.
And if life was hard at home, it was even tougher at school.
I just don't remember many weeks when there wouldn't be a fight of some kind, either because we were seen as scruffy kids, we'd wear jumble sale clothes and hand-me-downs. I remember a science teacher threw a board rubber at me and said, "You're a waste of skin and you're never going to amount to anything." I was embarrassed in class, I felt stupid. They could have destroyed me.
Just as he'd hit an all-time low, he was thrown a lifeline. The newsagent who'd hired him as a paperboy offered him a Saturday job.
He said, "Listen, lad, you do a great job. You could have a Saturday job, but you need to go out and buy yourself a shirt and a tie." I thought, my God, I've got to work the tills. I've got to, look smart. I've got to deal with customers and everything else. It was a challenge, but I thought if he believes in me, he's a manager, which, at that point, a manager, such a high role. He wouldn't risk his job if he didn't think I had it, so maybe I have.
Mike rose quickly to the top ranks of retail management, and by the age of 38, he'd become a multi-millionaire.
I can easily see how if that one belief in me didn't exist, I would have just carried on to the life that I was destined to have, if you like, with that environment, I guess.
Now Mike will go undercover and see if he can make a difference to a young life, like the newsagent did for him.
I'd love to take as many people as I could, and I wouldn't care if it was only 1 in 100, and have the effect that the newsagent had on me, in terms of just saying, you know what, you can do this, I believe in you, you have what it takes.
For the next 8 days, he'll look for and be introduced to people who may need his help in his former home of Peterborough, where he was first given a chance.
If I'm going to give something back, it'd be nice to give something back to where I grew up and where I was given opportunity, if you like. They're quite excited. How are you doing?
Peterborough was part of the New Town movement of the 1960s. New town estates like the Welland were built to offer people a better way of life. Planned environments with green spaces, local amenities and areas free from traffic. But the vision was flawed, and pedestrianisation also encouraged crime and antisocial behaviour. Despite being away for nearly 25 years, Mike's childhood memories are still strong.
We went to an adventure playground in Ayerscroft. Is it still there, do you know?
But I think we might still be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not far from here, isn't it? Can we drive down and have a quick look?
Yeah.
When we first moved here, it was one of the first things we did. My mum was busy unpacking, so she told us to go and check out the local area. And we wandered around, because this was fairly close, and found this adventure playground, which was quite exciting. Until literally on the first day I got beaten up for supposedly staring at somebody local. So for literally 24 hours in Peterborough, I wanted to go back home to where I came from. It looks overgrown. Looks like it's not used anymore. What a shame. Sounds awful to say, but my kids' garden's bigger than this and they enjoy it, and yet the kids here haven't even got a park of their own. It would have been 35 years ago when we moved here, and probably, I don't know, 25 years when I left the area, but it feels like yesterday.
Mike will be spending time in Dogsthorpe, one of the most deprived areas in Peterborough, close to where he was brought up.
This is lovely. Looks like someone's thrown up all over the window. Oh. Smells good too. Well, positively luxurious.
Having settled into his new home, Mike wants to see just how much his childhood city has changed.
So kids hanging out on the phone and that, like. Yeah. I'm going to have a word with a couple of them. Hello guys, how you going? So is this home for you? Is this where you normally hang about?
Yeah.
Yeah, what to do when it's miserable then?
Oh.
What's to do?
Nothing, literally nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just sit about, sunbathe.
Do you not get bored?
Sunbathe, yeah. Play a bit of football.
Yeah. How old are you guys?
18, 19.
Yeah. What do you do once it goes dark, sort of 5 o'clock in the winter?
We can't play football or basketball anymore. So we just all decide to get like a few bottles of drink and just get rat-faced. I really want to get out of here, to be honest with you.
Move out, where would you go?
I don't know, London.
You feel there's more opportunity elsewhere?
Yeah. I'm definitely getting out of here.
Yeah.
I hate it here, man. I don't like it. I think it's shit.
You know, it feels something like nothing's changed in some ways. I was 16 30 years ago, and those conversations that we had today could have been with me. How can society move forward when we've gone 30 years and nothing's moved forward? And actually, it kind of feels more hopeless than it ever was then. shit. I don't need to go to the shower for a shower. Bloody roofs will... I could probably promote that as an extra shower in the places.
Multi-millionaire Mike Greene is starting a secret life in the city of Peterborough, where he grew up.
It's coming down all over here.
Because of his own childhood growing up in poverty, he's keen to find charities for young people and children that may need help.
A couple of different ones here. There's one I particularly like that is called Time Stop. It's not far from here, actually.
More than 78,000 young people in the UK experience homelessness every year. The Time Stop hostel provides accommodation for young people in Peterborough.
OK, so who's going to volunteer to do what?
Sally Palmer is a project worker. Her job is to help the residents find more permanent accommodation and to get their lives back on track. Mike has told Sally that he's a store manager thinking of setting up his own charity and is road testing work at different organisations for a television documentary.
Hello, it's
Hello,
Mike Martin.
Hello, I'm Sally. Welcome to Time Stop. Come
Lovely
in.
to meet you.
And you.
To help Mike make up his mind about the kinds of charities he wants to get involved with, Sally has agreed to take him on for a couple of shifts.
So this is a short stay hostel. It's for 3 months. We've got 22 rooms here,
Right.
and the residents are aged 16 to 25.
Okay.
So today you're going to be helping us with one of the life skills, which is a cooking session. The one thing that always comes up is a Sunday dinner. I think everybody misses having a Sunday dinner, and it resembles being part of a family.
Such a simple thing, but
Yep,
you can see how it's the
exactly.
symbol of
Yes.
family life.
It's
or
normality.
Yeah.
Exactly. Here we go again. This is Mike, everybody.
Hello, how are we doing? Hiya.
He's going to come in today and do our cooking session with us.
No. But go easy on me.
So, right, get your hands washed then, please. Why do we wash our hands?
Time Stop teaches the residents skills like cooking and budgeting to prepare them for independent living when they leave the hostel.
Can anybody tell me what we don't do with knives?
Throw them.
Throw them, excellent. Jay said that the chicken is going to take about an hour and a half to cook.
Yeah. Basically, if we get everything prepared,
Everything prepared, excellent.
I'll prepare the chicken now.
Here we go.
So you want to take the ends off that one? So what would you do if you didn't have this place?
When I was on the streets, before I moved into here, I was so tempted to go out and just commit a crime just so I could get some food and a roof over my head.
I'm checking that you can actually peel a carrot.
It's not doing too bad, actually. I'll blame the peeler if it doesn't.
Yeah, I would do that too.
If you hadn't had a chance to come here, how would life be different for you?
I would probably be in jail.
There we go. Go through, boys, go through. So you guys must be hungry after smelling that for the last hour or so. Sorry.
I'm serving myself.
Go.
I'm starving.
Just something as simple as Sunday lunch. I suppose the more you think about it, it's something they haven't had. It's a symbol of family life that they haven't experienced. Thank you very much. Well, everyone's stuck in, so thank you. This is great, and I'm honoured to be able to join you for it. Thank you. If there was a typical or a couple of examples of what brings people to Time Stop, what would they be?
I would say that mostly it's due to step-parents. You know, mum or dad has got a new partner and they don't see eye to eye.
It must have a huge impact on them, though, to be rejected in favour of someone who's just turned up.
Yeah, of course, it knocks their confidence.
Yeah.
I think the least that we can hope for is that they leave here with ambition. You know, they leave here wanting to change their lives and us giving them the know-how how to do that, to get themselves on the right track.
I can relate to them, to kids leaving home, wanting to leave home, because it's how I felt. I wanted to get away from that environment. Everyone's got to have somewhere, someone they can go to at some point, and that's, I guess, tough for these kids. Yeah.
With thoughts turning to his own upbringing, Mike decides to visit his childhood home nearby.
So this is the street. We moved here when I was 11. So this is the house here, number 48. Yeah, this was home.
Like many of the Time Stop residents, Mike grew up with a stepfather who moved into the family home when he was 8 years old.
When I was 9 or 10, I'd just be terrified of him. He was a strong man, he was loud. And then as I became a teenager, I just got more frustrated that the house would feel, when he was in it, a bit like a museum in the sense that we had to be quiet. My mum was trying to always keep the peace and so on. But then I look back now as an adult and as a father, and I think, my God, he took on 4 kids that weren't his. And I look back and he just didn't know how to be a dad. There's a kid, the start motors used to bit of a tap, get him going. Maybe not. Hey Rose, how you going?
Good.
How did speech day go?
As good as a half-hour speech can go.
Yeah, right, because you had to leave for Amelia's piano. All right, love you lots, darling.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. After wandering around where I used to live today, I'm glad my kids haven't got to go through that. I was putting things in place to give them a different life and to make sure they didn't have to have the upbringing or the challenges, I guess, that we had as we grew up. I just want them to be able to be children. And they are.
After looking around his former hometown, Mike is more determined than ever to look for projects that help children and young people.
What are you up to now?
Large fish and chips, if I can, please.
Yeah.
So are you local?
Yes, I live up the road.
Okay. I'm interested in volunteering with some local charities, and I see you've got a couple of charity pots on it. What's this one all about then? New Ark Play Association and City Farm.
So that's for the Newark nursery. My daughter goes to that nursery.
Okay.
And it's a really, really good nursery. Really is good, and my daughter loves going there.
Do you know who I'd ask for there, who I'd speak to?
Yeah, it's Nikki, and she's a lovely lady.
Great, if you've got a number. Fantastic.
Okay.
Well, I didn't just get a good meal, I got some help as well. Thanks very much. What's your name?
My name's Natasha.
Thanks, Natasha.
Okay.
Appreciate your help.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. After seeing the Adventure Playground shut was really kind of frustrating, annoying, disappointing. So I'm quite excited now about seeing that charity, seeing what it does, and maybe how I can help.
New Ark is an award-winning adventure playground and city farm. It was set up 35 years ago by Elizabeth Buck to give the local children somewhere to play. But most importantly, the after-school club is a lifeline for working mothers, offering affordable childcare in one of the most deprived areas of Cambridgeshire.
Hi, is it Nikki?
This is.
Hi, it's Mike. We spoke on the phone.
Manager Nicky Anderson runs New Ark along with an army of volunteers. Using his cover story, Mike has asked whether they can give him some work experience.
So what work have you got for me to do then? Oh, I can think, oh, they're not going to be all messy, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that big rooster now. He looks a bit scary. Go on, I'll come after you. Go on then. Will they hide them?
We search around.
Okay. Oh, look, I've got duck poo on my hands now. Wow, look at that. There's been a busy duck here.
Yeah.
How many have you got? You want to count them up? What do you like?
The farm is just amazing.
What's your favourite thing about it?
The farm.
Yeah?
Because I love animals so much.
You can't be bored here.
No.
There's no way you can be bored.
Do I get an award for the cleanest egg?
No, because we've
Oh,
got
I'll
we've
settle for
got
a
a
round.
clean award. Just a clap.
But that's a chicken egg. That's been bought from a shop, really, isn't it?
No, it hasn't.
Oh, I
it
think
hasn't.
you've tricked me.
With the average cost of childcare being £97 a week, the children are not the only ones to benefit from New Ark, as the charity charges just £55 a year.
Hello.
Stacey Bastian is only able to work because her children attend New Ark.
If you didn't have this place to use, how difficult would life be?
There wouldn't be any point going back to work, really, because I was absolutely amazed at the price. £55 for the entire year. It's just, I don't know how they managed to do it.
Yeah.
I'd be paying sort of £35 a day for nursery and things like that. So, or childcare, after school, sort of.
So definitely makes your life easier and more affordable.
Most definitely.
You need to put a scoopful in there.
Whole scoopful.
Yeah, and then a little bit in there.
And some in that one?
Yeah, you've got to do it between 4. There's 4 animals being fed here.
Which animals are they?
Sheep.
One of the parents was saying to me, I think she said £55 a year.
We're classed as an area of deprivation, so there are lots of families who are like one-parent families or working families.
Yeah.
But I think because of they say that it's deprivation, we have to keep the prices low, for them so they can access this sort of thing.
Go on then. Quick, chase them. I really enjoyed it. And speaking to the mum here today, they just wouldn't be able to go to work if it wasn't for this place. Even if the mums didn't work, the kids just love it. When I was younger with my mum sort of working and busy, it would have been great for us, it would have been great for her. It would have made her life so much easier.
It's early days, but Mike is already thinking about where he could spend his money.
I'm starting to think about how can I help these different charities. The hard commercial side of me is already starting to say, and as I say this, it sounds awful, the kids at Time Stop have kind of, it's going to take a lot more to help them, whereas that same investment or same amount of money will help so many more kids at somewhere like Newark. And they're not, ruin's the wrong word, but they're not affected so much yet. So I can already feel myself moving more towards that, and I kind of feel guilty to make such a tough decision, but life is about having to make tough decisions. I'm being eaten alive in this place. I've got bites all over. God knows what's in those cushions and those beds. I don't even want to think about it. I think I'll be bathing in bleach when I go home.
Millionaire Mike Greene has woken up to another morning in his former hometown of Peterborough.
No, we won't. Oh, that's all curdled. Can you see that? So I guess I won't be having coffee this morning. Oh, dear.
Because of his past growing up in poverty, Mike's still looking for children and youth charities that he can help.
We're going to take boxes round.
Okay.
Today he's returning to Time Stop, a hostel that provides accommodation for young homeless people.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Following his last visit, he's still unclear about how he can help them.
There we go. Yeah, that'll do me.
Oh, well done.
I still haven't got a flavour of what the centre needs. It feels like it is this kind of respite stop, catch your breath, point you in the right direction. It probably could be much more, and kind of don't quite understand what more it could be and how, therefore, someone like myself could help. So what have we got?
We have got mixed peppers, onion, tomatoes.
Oh, lovely.
Making lunch with Jay gives Mike the perfect opportunity to find out more.
Great. So what can I do while you're doing that?
That'll need rinsing and just quickly washing.
Okay.
Then slice the peppers, and I will chop the onion.
21-year-old Jay has come to the end of his stay at Time Stop. He was hoping to have found a job before he moved out, but he hasn't been successful.
Have you ever gone out and sort of knocked on restaurant doors? And
Definitely.
Orders
Definitely. When I first moved into Peterborough, I was constantly out, CVs, handing them out. I left school when I was 11 to move to Spain. I've got no GCSEs.
Do you think you're distracted by your lack of paper qualifications? Does that affect your kind of confidence?
A lot, it does, yeah. I mean, it's frustrating for me because I can speak Spanish, I can speak Bulgarian, I can do car mechanics, plastering, tiling, bricklaying, but because I haven't got a bit of paperwork, people just don't give you the opportunities.
And that's all you want, the chance? You're not looking for a handout, you just want a chance?
I just want a chance. That's all I need, a chance.
Would you be interested in any help putting a CV together? Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I'll definitely help for that, yeah. Every little helps.
Yeah. Hey Sally.
Hi.
Just finished with Jay. Yeah, we had a good chat while we cooked and stuff.
Excellent.
One of the things that it thought to me, I've employed a lot of people in my time, and I'd be really interested in helping him put together a CV. Is that something I could do next time?
Yeah, that'd be excellent, of course. Yeah, no problem.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to next time and coming back and doing that. I'm going to shoot off now.
Okay.
He does seem to have a real hang-up about his own lack of qualifications, but I think I see a nice guy who's got a mature head on his shoulders, who actually wants to work, wants to be given a chance.
Mike's going back to the place where he was first given a chance, when he was given the job of a newspaper boy.
We would do paper rounds all around here, and we'd have to be there at 6 o'clock, and I'm not exactly tall now, I'm short guy, but I was a tiny kid and had the paper bag literally bigger than me. So I used to work over there.
He puts the success he enjoys today down to the newsagent who then promoted him to a Saturday job.
That was a key point for me. You know, for someone who's a manager of a store at that time, if he had faith in me, if he believed I could do it, then, I must be good enough. So looking back at that one point and the difference it made to me, if through some of the charities and volunteering, I could make that difference to somebody, it would be fantastic.
Determined to find children and youth charities that he can help, Mike is back for another shift at the New Ark Adventure Playground.
Hey Nikki, how are you going?
Hello, are you all
Is this
right?
for me?
It is, ready for you to do the walk over.
It looks good.
It does.
Today, he's agreed to help manager Nikki on the school run, taking children from the local primary school to the New Ark After School Club.
They all look so good. Sorry.
It's all right.
Are you going to New Ark?
Without this service, local working parents would have to leave work early or face childcare costs that they can't afford.
So all the parents of these children will be at work, yes? I must say that I'm really happy to be here.
Well, this is the Adventure Playground.
It's fantastic.
It is. They've got some jobs on there that you can help out on.
Yeah.
Getting dirty.
No, I'll get stuck in. Just tell me what to do.
Can we have 2 rounds of peanut butter and 2 rounds of chocolate, please? Okay.
Elizabeth, I'd like to introduce you to Mike. He's
Hello.
going to do some voluntary
Lovely to
work
meet you.
with us.
Oh, that's good.
It was Elizabeth who founded New Ark 35 years ago to give the local children a place to play.
There we are, put that in.
Oh, I thought I was going to get a pink one or something.
No, wouldn't be that cool. Can we have another 2 chocolate spread, please, and 2 slices of jam?
Yeah. So this is to keep the kids going until they get home and get
just until they
tea,
get
is it?
home, yes.
because otherwise they get very bad-tempered by 5:30, 6 when their mums and dads come for them.
So do they have to buy these?
Yes, they do. And I'm sorry to say we have now charged them 40p a slice. If we're very lucky, we get all this given to us. The parents are being very good at the moment. They're donating a lot because we are very hard up just now. But we've kept going for 35 years.
Have you ever had times as close as this in the last 35 years?
No, this is the closest call.
Really?
Can we have 2 rounds of chocolate spread and 2 rounds of peanut butter, please?
Do we want any jams?
No, not unless Amelia.
Solar jams, panic stations.
And another 2 slices with butter on.
Yeah, I think my normal work life is much less stressful.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Claire, hello. What have you got? Ooh, and bread.
Claire Duffy has a son with learning difficulties, so the after-school club offers her much-needed respite.
I'll let Sherry know. Thank you very much indeed. Bye. Thank you.
That's a mum who's just literally given you that?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Don't drop it, keep hold of it. Sarah.
Since funding from the local authority was cut this year, New Ark now relies heavily on donations from parents like Claire to keep the place running.
Why the big bag of stuff?
Because it's vital that we support places like New Ark. We need places like that for our children. My eldest child has Asperger's disorder, and it's quite a difficult thing to manage. They're absolutely fantastic down here, and there are other places probably wouldn't even take him, and he would get bullied, but he doesn't. He can't imagine not having this place for our children to go to. Not just now, but for the children in the future.
Do you want a little swing or a big swing? This high? Are you sure? Scary. There we go. Don't knock me over when you come back, will you? It's just desperately sad that it's come this close to closing. You know, those kids are so grateful for this place. You can see they're kind of itching from the minute they leave school. To have that taken away, it would be devastating.
To learn more about why New Ark is so important for the local children, Mike asks Nikki if she could show him around the area.
This area is classed as a social deprivation. The area is. And, you know, New Ark, the children are allowed to experience something slightly different to what maybe they're having at home.
Tell me about the Ark and why that's important to you.
It's important to me because I can identify with some of the children there who come.
So, what was it like for you growing up?
Well, my father left when I was 9, and then from there on, it was hard. I had to look after my brother and sister when they were little, just to help my mum out, really, because she wanted to work. I used to hate it. I used to hate having the responsibility.
Do you connect with New Ark from your childhood?
Yes, I do, most definitely. I had something similar, you know, like New Ark. Not as, obviously, as vast as it is, because it has developed over the years, but there was always somewhere to go if I didn't want to be at home. Because if I wasn't at school, I would want to not be at home.
It's almost like Nikki is trying to stop anyone else having to experience what she's experienced. And I can see why. Who wouldn't? But it's like she's trying to save the world. How admirable is that? I mean, it's fantastic. Let's get some beans in, shall we? Yeah, it was interesting speaking to Nikki and the way that she was a parent at 7, that she had all that responsibility. And I found myself feeling quite sorry for her missing her child, and quite sorry that she had so much responsibility at that age. But then it's interesting that I can feel, wow, she had a really tough life and it was hard, but I never felt that about myself, and yet really there was quite a lot of similarities. And I sort of thought she didn't have a child, and I wonder, did I miss some childhood? And I did find myself thinking, oh, perhaps I missed out on something too.
Mike's coming to the end of his time in Peterborough, and soon he'll have to make some tough decisions about who to help and how.
I've looked at people like Nikki and Elizabeth, like Sally, and all of those people give so much, so selflessly, and kind of feel a bit selfish that I've done so much kind of for personal gain.
Determined to try and make a difference, Mike's returning to Time Stop. He's asked Sally if he could use his experience as a store manager to help Jay put his CV together.
Morning guys, how are we going? Morning. You all right? You all seem wide awake and up and about today? Yeah. I'd really like to help Jay because from what I've seen, there's no reason why he's not employable and yet he's not getting a job. So is this your CV?
This is my CV.
The first sentence is, I went to live in Spain with my family in 2003. I left without any formal qualifications. So right up front, you're going straight in with an apology or straight in with something that's a weakness.
I'd rather the employer know that I haven't got qualifications rather than him read, and then kind of look for the qualifications and go, oh, he's not got any anyway. I'd rather him find out in the first place then.
Yeah, but I guarantee they're not going to get beyond that if in the first few paragraphs you're telling them why they shouldn't employ you. If we ignored that and go straight into your personal profile, I'm fluent in both Spanish, Bulgarian, you're obviously English as well. God, you know, most people can only speak one language. So, have they got a computer here that we could rewrite this on and get ready to?
No, there's no computers here, no.
Okay. Hey Sally, how you going?
Morning, how are you?
See you, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
You?
good. Yeah, excellent, thanks. I was just having a chat with Jay, and we looked at his CV and a couple of ideas. Have you got a computer though? Because I want to retype it, and he says that there's not one they can use as such.
Well, yeah, he's right. We don't normally do CVs because we haven't got the resources to do it. But yeah, today we can perhaps make an exception for you.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be really good. I wouldn't need long. See, he's got so much going for him, hasn't he? But I think sometimes knowing how to package that
it's important,
and knowing how an employer will read it makes all the difference. I want you to go in absolutely expecting to get the job, absolutely expecting you're the best damn person who's ever worked here. It's the little detail that makes a huge difference. And just that first line on his CV that says, I've got no formal qualifications, it's like saying, pick up the next CV. Just ask for the foreman, same thing before. Be confident, be expectant. But don't be afraid to say the positives of who you are. And I think some of these guys have been so downtrodden, they don't see the positives that somebody else might be able to see in them. There's probably not many of the tools that they hire that you don't know how to use. So again, you've got some experience, you've got the customer service experience. I suppose when I was younger, the newsagent could see some potential in me that I never saw, and him just pointing that out gave me the confidence to see that, to believe that. Good luck. See you in a minute. I feel like an expectant father. And I can see with Jay just pointing out that difference for him kind of gave him that belief and confidence. You could see him sort of blossom a little bit with it.
I've left my CV. They said they'd probably ring me tomorrow.
Fingers crossed for you, mate, because you deserve it. And
thank you.
Just putting yourself out there, that's all it's about.
Yep. Thank you for helping me sort my CV out and give me a confidence boost.
No worries, mate. Someone did that for me once. That's what it's all about.
His day with Jay has inspired Mike to write to the one person who helped make him the millionaire he is today.
It's the kind of thing I think of doing, but I just haven't done. It's always been prioritised. If something big has come along or something more urgent or more pressing. But really, what is more urgent or pressing than saying thank you to someone who's changed your life? It's been 25 years or more since we last spoke. But this week I've been working with a film crew from Channel 4. In the last 30 years since starting work with you, my life has changed dramatically, and I have achieved success beyond anything I could have imagined back then. I honestly believe that the chance you gave me all those years ago was the springboard to the confidence and experience that has given me what I have today. So thank you for giving a scruffy but hard-working little kid the chance to prove that everyone can be someone. Oh, these really are blunt.
As his time undercover comes to an end, Mike wants to spend what little time he has left helping out at the Newark Adventure Playground. His main task of the day is to help Nikki build a sandpit.
So all this stuff you get given, do you, pretty much?
Well, no, this is the parents have fundraised for this.
Okay.
So that's how we've got it, otherwise it wouldn't be here at the moment.
I suppose
But we
just
will
as
get there.
money got tight, you've had to prioritise?
Yeah, we have to. We've had to really prioritise. So, like this has been out of action for a little while as well.
How long has it been since the sandpit's been working?
This has been
for?
out since January, the sandpit.
So 6 months,
Yes.
just for the sake of buying a bit of sand?
Yes, yeah, because this is important to them. This thing, because you know, some children don't get to go to the seaside around here. Nothing like that. So this, for them, is the next best thing.
It's hard to think that for the sake of 3 tons of sand, you haven't been able to get this working.
I know.
It's quite a poor area, but I just hadn't thought about the fact they don't even get to the seaside. It's only about an hour from here, but this is the best, second best they're going to get to that. Who likes getting dirty? Right. Makes it all worthwhile when you see them all playing, doesn't it?
It does.
Hang on, okay! Playing with the kids at New Ark today was great fun. It enabled me to, well, I enjoyed playing with them, but also to be a big kid again, really. And I guess when I was growing up, we were up very, very early, often before daylight, working. I'll give you a high swing, you ready? We often did then other paper rounds or more stuff after school. I wouldn't say we didn't have a childhood, but we probably didn't have or take the time to just have fun, to just play.
As his last shift comes to an end, Mike considers the future for New Ark.
When the kids left, it was like the soul went out of this place. It suddenly feels lonely and empty. How many kids, if they come down and see this, I could just imagine them looking through this wire if it was closed. It would break their heart, wouldn't it?
Tomorrow, Mike will give away thousands of pounds that will change people's lives. But the biggest change may be to his own life.
It's made me look at my life and think a lot about the future, so there's no reason why I need to work the hours I work, but I do work a stupid number of hours. I suppose I started working and thought I had to just work really hard and earn as much as I can, but I never stopped to think, actually, Mike, that is enough. You can ease off, you can relax, you can enjoy it. Start filling in that I could have, I should have, I would have done this if I had the time. Well, there's nothing stopping me having the time except me, I guess.
It's Mike's final day in Peterborough, and today he'll give away thousands of pounds of his own money and confess to being a millionaire.
I'm really glad I came back to Peterborough to work with some of the charities. I left 30 years ago, or 25, 30 years ago, to get away from it, really, to try and chase down a career. And I've come back and really not much has changed at all. The same problems exist, but maybe now I can do something about it. This one's been the hardest for me, really, because even from my own background, I came with all sorts of prejudices, but now I absolutely get that this is about giving people a second chance. And I was given a chance when I was a scruffy little kid, and I realise now just how important that is to somebody.
Having believed his cover story that he's a store manager thinking of setting up his own charity, Sally thinks that Mike has come back for an end-of-week appraisal.
How'd it get on?
I'd say your listening skills, which are important, are excellent. You've spoke to everybody who wanted to speak to you. You haven't passed judgment on anybody, which is great.
I started the week asking the question of how can someone like me volunteer to help? Yeah. And it did make me realise that something as simple as helping with a CV is a way I could help. And and I really would like to volunteer two evenings a month to come back and do some of that with the guys.
Wow.
And because it struck a chord with me so much, and this place is about giving people a chance, I want to donate a little something. I've got a cheque here for £20,000 that I'd like to give you to help the guys and buy some computers and pay for some training for them.
Oh my God, well, thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Not at all. It really makes the difference to me to see the way that you're helping these guys.
I can't. I don't think I can talk. I think I'm going to cry. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. I've also got to come clean with you. My name isn't Mike Martin, it's Mike Greene. It's a secret millionaire, and I'm a secret millionaire, which is why I wanted to give back to people with backgrounds like me.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Hello.
Oh, wow, this is good.
Mike has just very kindly donated Time Stop £20,000.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, not at all. A pleasure. I really enjoyed being with you guys.
And I'm a bit emotional, so I might cry.
Thank you.
You like our Santa Claus?
One of the guys, while we were just chatting quickly, said, "Why Time Stop?" As if we're not worthy, you know. They kind of expect people to not care about them anymore. It was really moving to see that they were pleased and that they think somebody cares, somebody does want to give them a second chance. This one's the closest to my heart, really, and I would have loved it as a kid. It really just gives kids a chance to be children. I do want my daughters to become members here because I don't live that far away. And I'd like to bring them back, and I'd like to help out when I can. Yeah. So I wanted to do that. But it's about giving children their childhood back.
Yes, it is.
And then when I was speaking to you on Wednesday, I realised that in some ways both of us probably missed out on some of our childhood. I couldn't bear the thought of this place closing down. It's really special. You guys are really special. So I'd like to give you a little something. I'd like to give you a cheque for £40,000. You touched me, and it really hit a special place in my heart.
I can't explain how much it means. It's gonna, when I tell the girls out there, they're gonna be overwhelmed. It was hard enough telling them January that we might not be open, so this is just gonna
So now they'll know that they're safe for the time being. And I mean, really, we only work from year to year,
yeah,
so
we do.
That's like forever for us.
Well, as long as I'm around, this place isn't going to close down.
Oh, God, you're better than ever.
Oh, you're wonderful. His name, he told me, was Mike Martin. It's not, it's Mike Greene, and he's just given us 40,000.
Oh, my God. Oh.
It's a special place, and what you guys do is special to see their kids going out there. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Hey. Make some noise! You all right? What's the matter? You all right?
I think you're
That's quite all right. Your boys are great. They need somewhere like this, don't they? Perhaps I didn't play as much as I should have or could have, but I can look at these kids and I can enjoy it through them. And the money I made by not playing, I guess, can make a difference to their lives. And it makes me feel really good to be able to do that.
As Mike returns home after 8 days undercover, he's decided to make a big change to his own life.
Hey girls. How you going? Hello. For my own girls, I just want to be around more, and I think I'd have a bit more of my own childhood back by playing with them in the way that, a bit more in the way that I played with the kids, rolling down the hill and just fooling around really. I've had a bath all week. I've had a shower. It was a good shower. Come on, let's go in.